Greetings and welcome back to another episode of the Corrupt Crew Chronicles. I just wanted to come on and make a video. Divine Spirit and my ancestors was like, "You gonna make a video?" So I said, "Okay," or maybe videos, plural. I don't know how many, but anyhow, I just wanted to go ahead and as far as for with the situation with that little boy in there been sexually violated by that teenage boy, it's just ridiculous how nobody has stepped up to the plate except for me. It's come out that there has not been any report of sexual assault, sexual violation, however, they sit here and they put it in the report, talking about for the agency of being reported. So that means that circus code leader, he didn't report that. He stood right up there. When I say he, I'm talking about that circus code leader. He stood right up there with that congregation and he told them that he reported it. He came back in there that next week and said that the local law enforcement did an investigation and they could not find enough evidence to prosecute. All lies. Because like I said, I've talked to the captain. The captain hasn't talked to me since that time. So, I don't know where it's at as far as for, with the investigation. I know that sometimes they may have to, get with other agencies or what, because I know the FBI came there and it just said it's going to be a lot of stuff because I've reported the defects as well. So, I don't know, where it is, as far as for, in the process, if they're, just still gathering data, if they're talking to other agencies, if they're still trying to look and find a report. There is no report. There is no report outside of the ones that I made to DFACS, I made to FBI, GBI, that I made to local law enforcement, talking with that captain. There are no reports of the sexual violation that occurred with that little boy in there, that teenage boy. That teenage boy took that little boy into the men's boys restroom in that circus code and performed oral sex on him. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on out here, cause see, I'm gonna tell you, this gonna be lit. What they say is gonna be lit. These videos, they're about ready to go ahead and be lit tonight, because I'm on one. The divine spirit of my ancestors, I'm on one for real. And I mean that, because everything just need to go ahead and come out. So anybody who's sitting there and holding up out hope and like, well, or thinking, oh, well, he can't be this bad, talking about that service code leader, to sit here and lie about reporting it, or, oh gosh, he did not report it. He did not report that incident with that little boy being sexually violated by that teenage boy in there. Point blank, period. So you can go ahead and get that out your mind. Anybody who's thinking that he reported, you got mental issues. And I mean that. And I don't care who I offend. Whatever. Mean that. You sitting here and you saying this stuff, man, please. You know good and well he didn't report that. Not at all. The captain of the local law enforcement, where he said he reported, can't find it. Where's the investigative report? They have to type that stuff up. That stuff is public record. Where is it? Who'd he talk to? When I say he, I'm talking about two that talked about that service code leader. Shitty one, nigga bum one. Who did he talk to there at that local law enforcement? What police officer? What lieutenant? What detective? What sergeant? What captain? Who'd he talk to? On what day? Again, this stuff he will remember. Who sit up here? If you try to sit up and say he emailed it, where's his email? I didn't put emails. I got all the records of my emails. Yeah. Who? Because he's lying. And like I said, he stand up there, he does that shit for them in there, them dummies who's sitting in there, them grown folks. See, he ain't playing that shit with me. Cause you see, ain't no lawsuit coming for me, baby. Cause he don't have me with no doggone wall where I done broke any local, state, or federal laws. Talking about some libel. Talking about who wrote some lies about him, not me. He tried to twist it, like I said, but put in that report like he actually seen it happen. Or that he actually was the one who did it. I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all in any of the reports I ever put about that little boy being sexually violated by that teenage boy. That's why ain't no lawsuit coming this way. That's why he's sitting up here shrouding down, cowarding and everything. Not trying to talk about it or whatever. Yeah. He's nothing but a fucking liar. Anybody who take his word on anything, who's out here living freely, who used to be in there, and you sit up here, you still listen to what he's saying and trying to take it as the truth. Again, something mentally wrong with you. You got some mental issues, and I mean that for real. Mean that. And like I said, I'm the only one who was cared anything about this little boy who was sexually violated by that teenage boy in there to report it. I'm the only one. Nobody else, not his mother, not his father. And I mean that. He got a hood rat whore of a mammy for a so-called mother, and he got a deadbeat daddy for a so-called father. Yeah, I said it. He ain't exempt from this. Gonna sit up here and send me a text talking about, I no longer want to be a part of the class action lawsuit. Yeah, some of y'all sit up here and got that email when I sent it out. To sit up here and let folks know. Yeah. I ain't had I'm not covering for anybody. I sure ain't. No, I'm not. Not at all. Mean that. My whole thing is you sit here and you notice and you talk to your son. He talked to his son on phone. His son let him know it happened. Come out of his son's mouth. Came out of his son's mouth. Yeah, it happened. Told him. And you mean tell me you ain't did nothing? Folks don't give a fuck. For real. And I mean that. I don't care. He unsubscribed from my channel. I don't care. Like I said, I don't care if I got 0 subscribers to my channel. I don't care if I got 0 views except my views on these videos. I didn't start making these videos for anybody. I didn't start making these videos for no clicks and views and to sit up here and get this big old YouTube channel. Not for this. No, I'm not. No, I didn't. Like I said, that none of this was planned. None of it. For real. Anytime somebody sit up here and you got enough money to sit up put thousands upon thousands of dollars in a divorce lawyer's pocket, and you still are not divorced, but you can't do anything for your son who was sexually violated by a teenage boy in a circus club that you was kicked out of. For real. Like I said, I'm talking to you as a spiritual mother. No, I'm not your mother. No, I'm not your mama. I'm talking about spiritual mother. I'm a spiritual mother. And I already talked about that on other videos. Videos back. For real. And I mean that. And I'm just going to go ahead and say this. Divine Spirit is not happy with that. I'm just going to say it. Divine Spirit, universe, whatever you believe in spiritually or religiously, or if you don't believe in anything, if you're an atheist, you're never going to get on your feet. You never are. Because you ain't did right by your seed. Huh? For real. That ain't hurting me. Yeah, you try to sit there and do that stuff. I know what you did it for. You try to separate her. I'm going to drop out of the class action lawsuit. I'm going to go ahead and just unsubscribe for her channel. I don't care what you do. And that's you. Like I said, I mean, this don't affect me at all. This is your son. This is you and that hood rat whore of a mammy whore wife you have, son. Not mine. Because I tell you one thing, if with my son, that service call would have been turned upside down. And I'm talking about through the law. It wouldn't been through any violence. It would have been through the law. Because I would have already separate had my lawsuit, baby. I would have already had it for mine. For my child, my son, or my daughter get sexually violated in there by a teenager, who's in there? And I sit here and find out that the teenager had tried 2 other teenager boys, and they got away, were old enough to get away from him, and they went and they told that service code leader, and he didn't do anything at that time. And then my son gets sexually violated by the same teenage boy? No, I would have already when I heard about it, would have been on computer, on my phone, whichever way. I would have had 4, 5 devices working at one time. I said, go ahead and get a lawyer. And also, gonna go ahead and talk about that. There have been two, because like I said, I'm putting it on out here tonight. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I give 0 fucks, huh? What you gonna do about it? Nothing. What can you do about it? Nothing. And I mean that. I'm putting it out here. There have been 2 law firms. 2 law firms who said, 2 lawyers actually. Lawyers of big law firm. They are the actual owners, the starters, founders of the law firms. 2 different ones who said that they were personally interested in actually representing the little boy's family that happened to. Because I have to put all this stuff in here when I send it out, talking about for this class action lawsuit. And I told him about the one, because that was when he was, saying he won't be a part of class action lawsuit. And I let him know. I said, this lawyer, I said, he is the owner. I said, he has partners. I said, as well, I said, I talked to him on the phone myself, this lawyer, and I told the boy's father, this little boy's father, I said, he is personally interested for him to represent him in a lawsuit. Told him this. Nothing. He was still part of the class action lawsuit. Then I sit up here and make that one video and everything. Got a little bit touching and everything. And then gonna sit up here, say, I no longer, I don't want to be part of the class action lawsuit. Okay. I got the text for it. I even sit up here sending some. Took a screenshot of it. Now, I'm not lying about anything. Still got text of it. Say I'm lying. So I can come back on here and really sit up here and put the smoke out. On this camera. Say I'm lying. Not lying at all. Then after he went ahead and said he wasn't, and I did, and I said with the one update, I think it was update number 2 that I sent out to everybody for the class action lawsuit. I put it in there. I said, bruh, so and so, and the little boys there, they're no longer a part of the class action lawsuit. Because I can't put that little boy in there and represent. Nobody can represent him or, be their representative with him except for his mother father. He's underage. So I went on. I'm still, at this time, still putting out and everything, trying to, get a law firm lawyer or what. Then there was a second lawyer, and I actually spoke. It was she was the manager of the case intake specialist. And she told me, she said that particular lawyer who was the founder, the owner of the big law firm, he said that he wanted to represent. He's interested in, and I said, okay, thank you for letting me know. I didn't tell him because he had already pulled out for the class action lawsuit. What am I going to tell him for? What am I going to tell him? Deadbeat. Daddy. Huh? Why am I gonna tell him? Huh? For real. Waste my breath, waste my time. I don't super do that. And like I said, I don't care. The authorities call you or whatever. You can tell them you don't want to tell them anything. You can hang up on them. You can change your phone number. You can block me. You can do whatever. Like I said, no, it's not hurting me. That's hurting your son. That little boy who been sexually violated by that teenage boy. All that's hurting him, not me. I'm good. But my life is platinum. As I keep saying on here, my life is platinum. You hear me? For real. But I tell you one thing, you're not ever going to get on your feet. Because you haven't did right by your seed. Please. You think you're going to sit up and get everything right and be going and all this and that or whatever? No. And may silver be working for a little bit, but it's going to crash. I can tell you that right now. I'm telling you that from me being a spiritual mother. I'm telling you that right now. Me being a spiritual mother, I already know how it's going to work with Universe Divine Spirit. For real. I did right by your seed. And I went ahead and did research myself as far as for with a lawsuit returning to this little boy. And I found that they have the laws to where if a child gets sexually violated, especially in that case, in a religious organization, in a building, of it, or, anything, like that or whatever, they can actually still file until, and this is in the state of Georgia, until the age of 23. So when he gets of age, this little boy who's been sexually violated by that teenage boy, he gets to age 18, he can go ahead and he can file his own lawsuit against them folks. If that establishment is still there, that religious organization, that search code leader, all them, whoever else. Because I'm going to tell you something, if I could have represented him, I would have did it. And hit that big settlement, because it would have been a big settlement of money. I would have set it up in trust fund, had Lord go ahead and set up in a trust fund to protect his money from the vultures of that hood rat mammy of his and the deadbeat daddy, and need to go ahead give him 25% when he turned 18, 25% when he turned 21, 25% when he turns 25, and then 25% when he turns the age of 30. Don't need to get all that big money at one time, 18, 20. No, because, a lot of times just not mature enough to be able to, not run through the money like that. Too many folks then messed up money like that. So break it down like that in a quarter, for 25%. In interval ages, just like that. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about with that too. Like I said, I'm a spiritual mother. For real. And like I said, I don't care who don't like what I'm saying. I don't care, not at all. I said, I'm satisfied with what's going on. Like I said, when it comes down to all these complaints, these claims, these referrals, these reports, it's been me, my name, first and last name, contact information. So that's going to be on me, like I said, and that was my primary. And I'm going to tell you something. It may be that, come full circle, that little boy does come of age and he becomes a young man before the statute of limitations actually runs out and we get back connected some type of way. I'm just kidding. And I would tell him, and I'm going to show him the evidence. Look, baby, I'm sorry. I tried and I did my best. I did everything I could do. Here's the proof that I was the only one. I was the only one who stepped up to the plate and reported it. And I did as much as I could. Here's all the proof, everything. I'm showing text messages saying, no, don't want to sit here and be a part of the class action lawsuit. I'm sitting up here and I'm showing everything. I'm sitting up here and going to have that recording me talk to the captain, the emails I sent to all that for real. I mean that. I do mean that. I do mean that. For real. Who not gonna do it? Who won't do it? I sure enough gonna do it. Yeah, for real. For real. Because like I said, I have a clear conscience. I have a clear mind. I have a clear heart. My spirit is light and my soul is clean. On this situation right here with this little boy who was sexually violated by that teenage boy in there. Because I did everything that I could do within my power. Within my power. You know, I can't sit here and go and make nobody sit here and do investigation. I can't make nobody sit here and go and, can't make, mother or father sit here and go and get a lawsuit. Get a lawyer. I can't do that. I can't represent him, because I'm not his mother. I'm no relation. That was something one of the law firms asked. Were you related to the little boy? No, I'm not. I'm no blood relation to him. No, not at all. And they probably thinking, well, does he have that's what it's saying. Okay, representation. No, he doesn't have any representation. They not doing a lawsuit, man, please. Too busy sitting up here drinking. Too busy shacked up. Let's have a roof over the head. I said, you ain't never gonna get on your feet. Mean that. And that so-called woman, skeezer skirt you with, she ain't about nothing. She know all this that went on. Please, she not about anything. Please. That woman would sit up here and be like, she would say, no, we here and do something about this. We're here and do something about this. Let me go ahead and get on here and look up lawyers up here in Atlanta. I don't care what they send up here saying. Now we gonna do this. Please. Like I said, rip up, tear up everybody. I don't care. Don't care. Come do with the sword of truth. My tongue. For real. Mean that. Who gonna sit up and say I'm telling any lies? Who gonna stand up and say, oh, yeah, Amber, you lying. You just simply, you wrong. No, I'm not. And like I said, I don't give a fuck. You don't have to come on my channel. You can unsubscribe. You can sit up here and not put up a thumbs up. Please don't start that if you're gonna sit up and pick and choose what you're gonna put a thumbs up for. Please don't do that. Just don't put a thumbs up, period. How about that? Don't come on in my channel, listen to videos. For real, I'm just keeping it all the way real. For real. For real. Just putting it all the way on out there. Because like I said, for me, primary reporting criminals, reporting crime and fraudulent activity. That was a crime that happened to that little boy in there being sexually violated by that teenage boy. And that search code leader knew about it, and he is a mandated state reporter and supposed to report it within 24 hours of him knowing about it, and he did not report it. That's a crime. I sat up here and linked it in the episode 19 video. You simply won't sit around and talk about all kind of stuff that doesn't even make any sense or whatever. Won't just talk about stuff, talk about what's going on in there. Talk. Do nothing. No, I'm an action-oriented woman. I ain't no time for that. Sitting around there ain't nothing but gossip. What? Please, when you somebody come down to this little boy, please. I remember when I sat up when I first heard about it. Back last when I first heard about it, I kept on it. I was like, do those other parents who separated, do they know? And it's like, I think it's all wives who's out, who separate from their spouses, and their husbands are still sitting in that circus call. I was like, and they send their children there, like for the summer and stuff like that, on school breaks and stuff, or either, they just get them sometimes if they in the same vicinity, location, geographical location stuff, and take them in there and stuff. They need to know. It was because of me they sit up here and found out. I didn't actually tell them because I didn't have anybody's contact information, but through me being on it like that. Man, please, ain't gonna tell me nothing. For real, you better go head on. For real, I got spiritual rank, and I mean that. Mean it. You better go the fuck on somewhere. I mean that. For real. Mean that. You take it up with divine spirit of my ancestors and see where that gets you. You don't like what I'm saying? I know what I'm saying is the truth. For real. But I ain't gonna come up here talking about, oh, yeah, I'm lying. No, I'm not. I got the doggone messages. For me sitting up here being concerned, not only about this little boy who was sexually violated by that teenage boy, but by the other children too. I said, well, they parents, the one who was sitting out here, they need to know. They send their children there. They don't know what's going on in there. For real. That's why I stay gifted. That's why I am gifted. Meaning that from divine spirit of my ancestors, my household gifted. I'm gifted. I don't say nothing about no bless, be less. No. Use that doggone terminology. No, I'm gifted. My household gifted. I'm gifted. For real. I stand for what's right. Am I perfect? No, and I don't need to be. It's all about your intentions. It's all about you stand for what's right, your intentions, righteousness and unrighteousness. No such thing as being perfect. Don't need to be perfect. I'm talking about what's right and what's right between what's righteous and what's unrighteous. For real, I stand for righteousness, what's right. Mean that. Do mean that. Ain't nobody gonna sit up here and tear me from it either. Like I said, I got a mission assignment given to me from divine spirit and my ancestors. This is primary. Me sitting up here and me reporting crime, fraudulent activity. That's primary. That class action lawsuit is secondary. Whatever. If it come through, it come through. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like I say, I'm getting justice through some other means. For real. Mean that. Mean that. Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this video short, but I'll be back with another video. But until that time, I'm signing out.